Hello, everyone. The Madman is here, and I sound terrible. At least, to me, I sound bad. Other people think that I may sound like a villain or something like that, but at least I don't have any pressure in my head anymore. Hello, Sean. How are you? I hope you're doing well. So today's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be talking as much because my voice is slightly gone. Well, at least it feels like it's gone. I don't know. I hope you mad ones are doing well today. We're going to be finishing up what I was working on the other day. If we all remember what I was working on the other day. Yeah, the ending credit photo. We're going to be working on that. So, hope everybody's Thursday's been going well. Hope everybody's been having a good day so far. Nothing too mad has been going on in your life, I hope. And if it has, then, well, that's part of it, right? We're all mad in here. So, let's go on ahead and see what we're going to be doing today. I might try to stream for an hour, I don't know. I'll just see exactly how I feel. Yeah, oh, and by the way, I found my tie, a different one today. I had to let somebody else run the facility because I wasn't feeling well, but I have the Darth Maul tie. Not many people have this boy right here. But anyways, it's mine and I enjoy it. A person once upon a time gave it to me as a gift. And I thought that was neat. So I figured I would wear it today. I'm trying to get the music up so we can listen to something. Or have a little something to listen to. So give me just a moment. I want to go on and switch over so you guys can see what we're going to be working on. And it did it again. See, computers suck because they always want to do something extra. Now it's wanting to recognize all the stuff. Cool, whatever. Same problem I had Tuesday. Now it's just flip-flopping around because another software needed an update. So, you know. But anyways, these are the people in the facility, like I said last time. We have myself, the man, the guy in the black and red, that's Mr. Smile. He's in charge of the facility's therapy plan, we like to call it. The bot there, he's the one that does the shock therapy, like I mentioned before, but he's got his own mind. And then we have the man in the back, which is the head chief of security. He doesn't talk much. He's very quiet. And then we got Steve at the bottom there. Not Steve from Teabags, but a different Steve. But he's the first person that we got right in the facility, so we like to keep him close, for the new patients. But anyways, I want to see what we can find for music today, and then we can move on. So what's new with everybody else? How's everybody doing? Anything new? Staying mad? And if you are, how mad are you? How out there are you? One would say. There we go. I think we found something here. This looks promising. Well, we're going to do the roulette wheel with the music like we always do. Let it play. There we go. And we're just going to run. Oh, what was that? There. We'll just let this run and I'll put it on random. So, regardless, I'm not going to be talking very much, trying to conserve some of my voice a little bit so I don't lose it. So, turn the music down so that way my deep monotone villain voice can be heard. Anyways, so what's new? If you guys got anything new, you know what to do. Throw it in the chat. I'll get that chat thrown up my end so I can keep up with what's going on. There you guys go. The madness. Fantastic. So, we're going to try to finish this picture. If I feel decent enough after this, we may come back and do more. Right? So, I'm just tightening it up. There's some more stuff. I want to put some more detail and things since, this is the end credits picture that I'm working on. So, but yeah, throw up what you want to talk about. And if you want to talk about anything, and if you don't want to, hey, just enjoy the show. By the way, if you like what content I'm making later on and you want to subscribe, please hit that button if you don't mind. And become one of the mad ones. We are at 200 now. Last time I checked. I haven't checked anything today because I haven't really filled up to it. There we go. I'm quite impressed. You've done a great job, guys. There it is. Little trick with the layers. I can't go over what I've already drawn. I'm just going to leave the headset up because there's no point in trying to talk over what I'm hearing. So a lot of what I'm doing is masking over with the previous layer because I can't go over this as you can see. But if I remove this image underneath, you can see it. So I'm just filling in the dark areas. Or the lighter areas, I should say, with the pen. And then when I get done with that, then I'll go back to the original coloring layer, and then we'll just start amplifying it from that point. Let me get this red. It's a neat little trick, especially if you're trying to conserve on time and all of that. Let's see. Well, I will always have schizophrenia. Other than that, I'm having a tolerable day. Well, Sean, let me tell you something. Schizophrenia is the condition you have, but that isn't who you are. You know? Just remember that. We all got something. Look at me. I'm a man that has no kidneys in my body except for a transplanted one with a weak immune system that a child sneezing behind me took me down, right? We all got something. I shouldn't even be on here. Mad Duchess said, are you sure you want to do this? And I said, yeah, because I like my community that I built. And we made it to 200 subscribers. And I feel like I want to do this. It may not be for long, but this is what I wanted to do for my time today. But you know, just don't let your condition be the control. You may have schizophrenia, you know, and as long as you are comfortable in yourself and you're not doing anything or you're not in danger to yourself or anyone else, then you just have schizophrenia, you know. And if you have schizophrenia with auditory and visual hallucinations, then, I mean, you get to have new stuff happen. Hey, Scully, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Excuse me while I take this is my last dose of Mucinex. I got what I have in my hand and the very last pill, very last one. And then I'm done with my regimen. And we'll see what happens tomorrow, because I take that at midnight. So, here we go. But yeah. All I'm saying is everybody's got something happening with them. So don't ever feel like, oh man, I have a condition, someone's gonna make fun. You know, people make fun because you have a condition or have something going on. You don't need those people around. They're fickle and they suck. That's just my 2 cents on it. You can do whatever you guys want to do, right? But that I would challenge you and say, that's just no behavior. We don't deal with that. You know, it's part of a prerequisite to be in here is to be slightly mad. And it's okay to be mad as long as you're not crazy. Right? There's a difference between mad and crazy. Madness is just an addition of the world and environment that you're in. Crazy is just nuts. You know, we do have crazy people. Like, I had to watch one of the orderlies in the facility today. I wasn't able to do any therapy with any of the Mad Institute people today. And the Mad Duchess likes to make muffins. Makes muffins for the patients sometimes. You know, just brings them in, give them something nice. Well, one patient in particular, we won't give his number out, but he didn't like them, he said. He said he wanted one. And he said, I don't like these. And he got rude. Threw it at her. Spit it on the floor. And, get right officers came in there and put him down. I mean, he's still breathing, yes, but, you know, he was acting out of pocket. He was full of no energy. But he was new. He didn't understand how things work, you know. But they got him right. You know, they got Mr. Smiles' crew to take that man into a room, and they put him in the chair and gave him a session. And now he's doing quite well. Before I started the show tonight, where everybody's at. And he was laying there. I mean, granted, he still had the device still in his head, but he wasn't in any pain and he wasn't making any noise. He just had a hard time keeping his mouth closed, you know, because he was slightly drooling. But that's neither here nor there. It's all safe, right? And, you know, and then we let the man said that he wanted to sit with him. That's why he's not here tonight. Oh, Bark, music louder than your voice. My voice is gone. That's what's going on. Actually, if you really want to know what's happening here, let's do this. There. I'll pause the music so you can hear. You see, now I brought the music down. My voice is shot. I have a cold. But thank you, though. I appreciate you telling me that. But yeah, I don't have much of a voice. Voice is completely just dead. So I'll leave it down. Is this better? If it is, just say yes or thumbs up or something, if you could. Obark, if you don't mind. Because I got a sinus thing happening. I probably shouldn't even be on here right now, but yeah, you know how it gets in this facility. So we had to get him right, and now he's right. He's back in there. He's sitting there, having a good time, and it's okay. It is okay. Hopefully Sunday I will feel better. So, oh yeah, sorry, man. You didn't mention that. You're not feeling well last stream. Something you're not feeling. Yeah. The little bioweapon got me sick. Umbrella Corporation really missed out on child delivery systems. They should have done that instead of, sending T-virus out and all that through biting. They should have just let them, sneeze. Yeah, you're with it, Sean. There you go. Yeah, but they missed out on their calling with that. They should have. They should have really looked into that. I know it sounds terrible and grim. Like, why would you use a child as a bioweapon? I mean, you gotta do much. You just have to get them a little bit and then let them hack, wheeze, and it's over. I know I'm being grim with it, but like I said last stream, it was just unfortunate. Went to go get something from the store, saw the same situation in the store. I just left. I tried to get me. It's not like I have the croup that everybody. I don't have that, but I just wanted to get something decent to eat. Something a little bit different, nothing too harsh, because the throat. That's why I've been drinking a lot of tea. But I went into the store, and then I heard a bunch of hacking and stuff again, and I just decided I'm going to go home. Because that's all I need. I get hit with it again, it'll probably kill me. I don't even know. But yeah, we ain't gonna let that stop us because we are the powerful force of the yes. So I'm gonna let you guys talk or put something up there. Tell me what is going on in your guys' world. Something interesting. It doesn't have to be anything doom and gloom. That's what the news is for. That's what that's for. The news is what keeps us down and sad. But what I'm curious about, what is this? Subnautica. Oh, there's a bunch of people playing video games. What's something that's interesting going on in your guys' life? What's happening? Anything new? Did you get something new over the week or last weekend? Did you do something interesting? Or did you find a new show or a different type of food? I'm interested. Throw it in the chat. We'll just take a look at that. And I want to try to figure out what to do. The face needs to be yellow. I was wondering what I don't have a palette per se numbered for the characters. I usually just have it written down on a post-it note because I always have notes, and while I'm doing it, I'll just type something in the note. So I have my post-it note over here, and I remember it's yellow, as he likes to make sure his face is the yellow face. Yeah, there it is. He's got the original, the smiley face, right? And it's dark yellow. That's right. There we go. Now we got it. So let's clean that up. There we are. So I got an idea. Look at this chapping fellow. There we are. Cool. So, got his face. We'll probably just do this too. We'll just make the whole strap. Now that'll be fine. His whole head strap is on. There we go. For those of you that like video games or have played this before, that 7 Days to Die game, I guess, is officially at 1.0 release. I mean, it's nice. A little late, though, right? And for those of you that have been playing this since A1 day one, you know, I mean, I'm happy that we helped them get their game together, if you know what I'm saying. So, what is that, Mel? What game is that? Well, let me tell you. 7 Days to Die is a I guess you would say it's a survival crafter with zombies, like a zombie apocalypse game. You have to build, craft, forge, all that kind of stuff, right? So, it's interesting. Every 7 days or so, there's going to be a horde of zombies running after you. And they get stronger with the things called blood moons, right? So you have to build up your defenses and try to run around and salvage stuff and make weapons and defenses for your base, so that way they don't just ransack and kill you and your whole team, because it's a multiplayer game, right? It is fun, don't get me wrong. I've been playing the game for a while, and I first found out about it on PS4. But let me tell you, the PS4 version, when it first came out, it was so dark you couldn't even see anything when nighttime came. They didn't have the light and dark shader fixed. Even you could turn up the sad part was you could turn up the brightness, and even the brightness on your monitor or TV, and you would have that layer of light that's behind the shadow, like in between, where you know the screen's brighter and the game itself is so dark, is trying to compensate. So you would get this this like little pocket of shadow that would move, and you couldn't see anything. Like you only had like, I think maybe a 3 or 4 step in front of you distance that you could see. Sucked. But now it's better. But they're charging $50 for it, which is funny. I remember when I got the game, it was $10. But you know, whatever. At least they got it fixed. At least now it's playable, right? So that's the important thing. Let's go on ahead and give this guy some skin tone. What is that? Oh, silly. Oh, little gnat. There we go. There you are with Mr. Smiley Face, yes. And I was thinking about this yesterday. Like, his voice would be very subtle. Like, similar to mine, but, you know, like my voice right now. It would just come in the room and say, "Oh, are you having a bad time? Let me help you. Let me turn on the machine, and then we'll do a little therapy." And then he'll turn some music on, and then the robot would either wheel in there, or he'll have one of his associates with the lobotomy tools, and he's like, "Now I want you to look at this picture that the doctor wanted you to see. The madman wanted you to see this." And he was like, "Remember to smile," and then you would hear the machine saying, "Smile, smile," and they would clank you in the eye, you know, and get you right. And then after that, you know, that was how he said to that his treatment plan is 100% effective. I mean, it is. Did I also mention to you guys that this used to be a facility that all of us that you see here in this picture, we were a part of, and we just took over the facility? It's wild, isn't it, when the patients become the ones that run the asylum, isn't it? It's kind of how it started. We had some people there that were full of no, right? And then we decided one day, hey, we don't like this anymore. We could do better. And they said, yeah, why not? We've watched what they've done. And then we decided to make things different. Ah, look at that. Beautiful. But anyways, that's enough of that. So yeah, this looks good so far. Oh, not that. Yep, so we're almost done. And then I'll come through and put some clothing texture on him. This is just a silver bot. That's going to be easy. And he's got, I don't know, like a grayish blue looking outfit. Granted, everybody else is wearing red. I thought about I might just put red for him, since all the rest of the guys wear red, you know. So let's figure that out. He would be wearing the crimson suit. So we're going to get him looking all dashing and nice in his little uniform. But a little lore, right? Found your channel recently, got very motivated to try and learn to draw from your anyone. Oh, very nice. I'm actually happy that you were able to do that. That's great. I'm going to tell you this. I want to stop drawing here for a minute. Yes, Ovark, I have to say, lucky enough, I'm catching the stream because I'm putting in all-nighter. Very nice. Thank you. That's great. I'm glad that it was, like I said to myself when I was making the video, if I can reach one person, I did my job with that. And I'm glad that I've been able to meet someone that actually was inspired by that. I'm happy for that. And I'm glad that inspired you to want to try to work on drawing. And sometime in the near future, that will be something that we might work with, like how do I draw in my style now, or anything like that, if you guys want to see that. But yes, I'm happy for that. Thank you. That made my day. You don't know how much, as rough as I feel right now, that actually made me feel a little bit better. So I'm happy that helped you. I really am. Yeah, I never didn't think that would help somebody. This is a legitimate smile. I don't do this often, even in my real life. I don't. It's not that I just run around in a grimace. It's just it's something I don't do often. But I feel great that I touched someone enough to be able to inspire them to want to try. And I hope you the best of luck in continuing your journey with it. And just explore. Just keep at it. However much you want to try. I'm not listening to this song because this gets ramped up and it's louder in my ear than it is playing for you guys. Oh, there we go. Dial in. Oh, dial in from Mowgli. Hey, how you doing? Moogly. Ah, there we go. Glasses are dirty. Are my glasses dirty? Oh my God, they are dirty. I don't know if you guys can see it. You might see a smudge. Yeah, you see that? That was from me taking a nap earlier. I was wondering what was going on. I thought I was losing my mind here. Let me clean my glasses. Yes, that's great. One of these days, whenever I get a chance to, I want to see what you guys are able to do. If you want to share, might see if I can do a share post or something like that where people can share. But yeah, that's great. Yeah. Hey. So, and just like I said in the video, to anybody else that's watching, don't worry so much about your form. Do it because you enjoy it. That's really the main thing. So many people get discouraged from things. I met somebody I just recently went on my trip, and when I made the video, I didn't think 400 something people were going to watch. I thought maybe like 20, 30 people, like most of the other videos sometimes I post. But I saw somebody on the ship because I was drawing while we were on our little cruise. I ain't gonna lie, it was a cruise. Me and the Duchess went on, and while I was there, she was doing other things with her family and stuff. And I just, me, I like to just look at the scenery. And I was on the ocean, and I just sat there and watched it and was drawing. And I had this lady come up, and she said, "You have a great talent." I said, "Thank you." I said, "Would you like to draw?" And she said, "I don't know how to. I can't do that." I said, "Anybody can draw." Exactly what I said. She said, "I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do." I said, "All you got to do is just make a line, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to do more than that. You just have to enjoy wanting to do it." And she just had this look on her face like, "I wish I understood what you meant." I gave her one of my cards because I always have them in my bag. I mean, that's just what I do. And it's got the Mad Mel illustrations, link on the back of it. I think I had a QR code on that card. I got new cards with QR codes. Anyways, I digress about that. The fact that was the first thing she said is, "I'm not able to do that. I can't." Says who? Right? Says who? Who told you that? Sometimes people, I realize this, sometimes people who tell you can't do stuff are people who don't want you to succeed in it because you can. And that's nothing more than just old-fashioned jealousy, and they don't want you to do better because why? Because you're able to look outside the box and figure it out because it's something you're passionate about. You know, that's the only thing I'm saying is I hope that touch and reaches more people. I really do. Oh boy, did I? Yeah, I did. I got it. Ha ha. I did. Let's zoom in here. Let's see if I can get this. Hey, and then we just back up a little bit. Cool. And then I make that silver, right? Yeah, his little wrist calm will just make that silver. But that's amazing. I'm really happy. You know? And just doing it because you enjoy it, you know? I think that's where a lot of people lose out on the enjoyment in life, is just doing something because you enjoy doing it, you know? We don't always have to be a master, but we can get there. It's very easy. You just have to have the passion for it. So, but you know, and it's a good thing to use, especially if you're going through hardship, like I mentioned in my video with my uncle passing away. And, you know, I'll share something really big with you guys if you want to hear it. For when I was doing my artwork, starting up, getting more into it while he was taking his treatments, he used to say, like, I don't understand where you get your inspiration from. Because what really got his attention is I saw a rock that was laying on the ground, and I'm trying to find where that picture is at. I have it somewhere, but I just can't get to it right now. But I found a rock, and it looked like a tank to me. It had like a shape of like some futuristic tank. It was just oddly shaped. And I was just studying it, and he was like, what are you doing just staring at a rock? I said, this is a tank. It don't look like a rock to me. And he just looked at me like, oh, you're just being wild, you know. But he was into architecture, you know. So he understood that I was looking at the lines and how everything was looking, but he didn't understand it. I said, give me a couple hours, I'll figure this out. This was when his chemotherapy treatment was really taking a toll on his body, so he was kind of in and out of it a little bit, but he was awake. And he said, did you finish your picture? And this is when I was feeding him, because he was at a point where he couldn't actually feed himself. He could eat, but he couldn't get up and all that. So I would bring him his food and we would talk. And I showed him, and he was impressed. He was like, I didn't even know that's what you were seeing. I said, yeah. I said, just like you, when you look at a building and say, oh yeah, I know exactly what they were doing. And he said, that's amazing and fascinating. You know, it was just something that I was happy, a moment that I was really happy that I was able to have with him. And, you know, and I share that because not everybody's going to understand what you see, especially if you get deeper into your passion of art. They're not going to see everything that you see, because your eyes are going to be different. You're going to see things in things that people aren't going to see all the time. That doesn't mean that you're schizophrenic. And even if you are, and you can use that as a form of artistic expression, then I'll say go for it. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, you're welcome. I think that's part of the journey, is being able to share. There's so much stigma on people talking about themselves. We're all human beings. I have never seen a person jump and put their pants on both legs at a time and a shirt just put on them without it being some movie stuff. We're all human. We all have a reason, a backstory. Everybody's got something. Even villains have a reason why they were villains. But I use that to say this. That's the reason why I wanted to do this. I wanted to share my story to inspire somebody else. And I can see that now it's happening. People are looking, people are watching, and I don't care about the views. I like the fact that we have a nice community, 200 subscribers. That's nice, but it's really about just connecting with people who want to try to do something different, or who are into doing art. You know, and I get so sick of people who can't even get out of a one-dimensional mindset, tearing down other people. You're a blessing to be here for him during that time. Yeah. You know, it was like I said in the video, I wouldn't have changed it for anything. You know, and sometimes self-sacrifice for somebody else might seem odd, but you never know what kind of reward you would get from that. I learned strength. I learned patience. Granted, sometimes it's very thin, you know, but these are things that I did learn, and also I learned how to focus my energy in a time in a hard time, and that's why if things are rough with me, I always turn to art. Art's not only a release for me. My nose. Hold on a second. This part sucks. I can't wait till this is over. Good grief. Oh, man. Jeez. Oh, that takes so much out of me. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Sanitize to stay alive, right? Wash your hands. This ain't no propaganda mess. I'm serious. Wash your hands. You'd be surprised. Just a little soap and water and hand sanitizer to keep your ass from being sick. But don't take my word for it. Which show did that come from? I'm going to put you guys to the test. You don't have to take my word for it, right? It was at the end of a segment, and usually it would have 2 or 3 children that would talk about a book. I am stretching my hand way out there for you. So let me see. First person to throw that up. I want to see who knows what show that's from. If anybody can catch that. There we go. Yeah, all right. See, that's the other thing too. Some people might ask, why don't you use vector layers? Why don't you use these other layers? I'm going to get into how I have a finagling with different software. That's going to be another video, because when I started doing digital work, I had an old Dell that had 2 gigs of RAM on it maximum. Okay, it barely even had a video card, right? Nope, have no idea. Anybody else? I'll give one more person a chance. Kind of figure it out. I'll say it one more time. You don't have to take my word for it, right? Okay. And if nobody else says it in a few minutes, then I'll tell you where it was from. And this is just how my brain works, because I retain silly information like that. Yeah, same here. I got you. Okay, Reading Rainbow. Every time that the kids, when LeVar Burton would be like, okay, talking about a book, and he's like, here, you can check out these other books and everything, but you don't have to take my word for it. And he'd be like, dum, and it would do like this page fold over, and then it would be kids talking about different books that they were reading. And what I thought that was amazing, because granted, I told you guys when I was younger, I had dyslexia really bad. These were books that when they were talking about them, I'm like, oh yeah. And I would bug my mom to take me to the library so I could get them. Half the time, I could read it, but I would struggle, but it was something. That's the problem that I see today. And if that's something I can share, then that's good. They don't have anybody inspiring people to want to be better. It's all about chasing what somebody else is doing instead of cultivating what you have and becoming an individual that can do for themselves. That's kind of the thing there. If you grew up between 1984 to 1992, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was a different time. During the early 90s, yeah, there was a little bit more try to boost you up a little bit, but I digress. That's a whole different story. But I will tell you, with the digital work that I'm doing, it's a lot of flat color, yes. Reading Rainbow. See, Sean knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, Butterfly in the Sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. It's Reading Rainbow. I can go anywhere. Place to go. Ways to go. Reading Rainbow. Yeah. I can hear. I can. Yeah, I even hear the song. Deprogramming, right? But yeah, it's I learned tricks how to use the software. Have I read the Harry Potter series? What I want to let you answer that. What do you think, sir? What do you think? Do you think I have, or do you think I haven't? You put your answer in there, Sean, and I will tell you yes or no. So put your answer in there. You know me pretty well. What do you think? Do you think I've read it? And the reason why I tease him is because I've known him since we were children. So I've known Sean for quite some time. We grew up together. So, but yeah, it's a fun. It's Reading Rainbow is a fun show. If you ever get a chance to just take a peek at it, I would highly suggest just looking at it. I'm sure they got other stuff, but checking out. He was doing 2 different shows. LeVar Burton was at the. Oh, that sucks. What? Why? What is this? No, I don't want it to do the dropper. There. Get out of there. Fantastic. So, but yeah, definitely check that out sometime. As for the digital work, I've had to find loopholes and ways to work around it. That's why I can, if you really want to know, I can do a lot of stuff on one layer. I can layer multiple things on one layer because, before that, my computer would crash. If I didn't, it would bottom out. And the worst thing would be is I would be working on something like my actual first digital comic I still have that's called it was called Half Cocked. So hopefully nobody will steal that, but it's a very interesting I got 5 episodes in, and I think you have. Yeah, and you're correct. I have. I read it, and I've read it, listened to the audio book, and I have watched all the movies. And the Mad Duchess is a big fan of the series, so we have both seen it multiple times. And yeah, it's a really interesting situation. The fact that she wrote that, or if I'm understanding this correctly, the creator of Harry Potter was writing this in her car, if I'm not mistaken. That's where she was at, right? She was in her vehicle with just writing it, or when she was writing it, or coming up with it. One of the two. Either way, she kept at it. Dadgummit, that ain't worked. I have to go. Oh man, I'm sorry. That sucks. But hey, I understand. Hopefully you can be here Sunday. Hope you'll be here Sunday. Bye, Skull Eater. Thank you for being here. Hope you had a good time. There we go. I understand. We all have to go, I think the Duchess at some point, she said she was going to get something for me to eat, which is going to be nice. I know I didn't draw a picture of her in this picture, right? But when I do the, because I still got 2 more pictures. Bye, have a nice one. You too, thank you. I hope you have a good rest of the week and weekend. This is the reason why I stream, guys. I like meeting you guys. I like talking to you. It's fun. It's fun. That's what I mean by just have fun with what you're doing. There's so much stress out there in the world, and you know what? It's just, people forget to have fun. Children aren't children anymore. No, and it's not like, oh, you sound like an old grumpy man. No, I just see that, some people lose their creativity because other people tell them, who don't have creativity, tell them that they can't be creative. Nothing's worse than and more stifling than someone who can't do something that you want to do, telling you that you can't do something. And then you ask them why, and they're like, "Well, that's silly. Why would you do that?" You know, don't listen to those people. Don't listen to those people. And I'll tell you this: for anybody that wants to try to do a journey into art, I give you a challenge. Oh, same here. I read the whole series and watched all the movies. Fantastic. What I want you guys to do, and I will probably post something about this, and not this Sunday, 2 Sundays from now. Okay, we'll say, like I like to say, if the world isn't on fire by this time, right? As grim as that sounds, but you know that's kind of the precipice we have to kind of look at. It's so sad, such a sad way of having to be like that. But let's see here. Next Sunday, let's see, not the 1st, the 15th. We'll say, no, that's wrong. I went down to September. Geez, where am I going? Let's see. So we'll look at the 11th. August the 11th will be a Sunday, right? So I'll give you guys to the 11th, and I have an idea of something I want to try with you guys on a Sunday. I want to try to do something with the painting. I want us to try the threshold of feeling what paint feels like. So I can try to make a link of items if you want. That's about 2 weeks worth of time. You don't have to break the bank. You know, get you a decent sized canvas and just a starter set of paint. You ain't got to do nothing more than that. You don't have to go spend hundreds of dollars on an easel and all that stuff. If you want to, cool. I ain't telling you not to. If this is where you want to go, I will be more than happy to say, hey, you know, ask me if that's what you want. I need to figure out how to do. I guess I'm going to work on that, making that Discord so I can put information there, because just coming onto YouTube sometimes to put stuff is kind of a pain, and I don't like Facebook. Facebook is just garbage. I said it. And Instagram is kind of a pain in the ass, because I mean, I don't, it's not like I don't use the social media. It's just, it's such a time absorber, you know. It's a useful tool, yes, don't get me wrong, but man, it uses up so much time doing other things, you know. Oh, by the way, the Etsy store is back up. I took that out of vacation mode, so if you're interested in a cup or anything like that, you can go see the items. Would you like me to put the link in the chat? Sure, I can do that. Let me get the link to the store real quick for you guys. Let me grab that, and then I'll throw it in here for you. I got a couple of cups, got some coloring books. The coloring books are made to order, so whenever you order them, if I don't have any in stock, you know, I have 3 right now, but I actually have a total of like 11 different coloring books. It just, you know, I went on vacation, so I didn't put everything up. But here is the shop right here. Uh-oh, what's that? No. Come here. Why is this always gotta act a donkey? Why can't you just act right? There we go. Copy, and then we'll put this right here. Here you guys go. I think this will work. Should work. There we go. And we'll pin that at the top. And then if you click on it, dadgummit. Let's see. Click on that, go to site. Yep, and it'll take you right to the store. It'll take you directly to the store. So yeah, you click on that link at the top. If you want to look at the store, you can. I figured I'll just throw it up there. I ain't trying to promote anything. You can look at it if you want to, but I figured that the coffee mugs are very nice. They're really great quality. You can use them in the microwave. They don't peel any of the work off of it. You can put them in the dishwasher. They work perfectly fine out of the dishwasher. I wash mine. I have 2 sample cups I use like all the time. They're always either hand washed or in the dishwasher. You know, I have friends that have them. I have a couple of people I don't even know, never met them a day in my life. They have them too. So everybody seems to enjoy the cups. Plus, also they're 15 ounce mugs. Like, they're pretty hefty mugs, and it's about to get cold too. So, you know, if you want hot chocolate, it can handle. Oh man, that sounds rough. But yeah. Let's see what's here. Nightmare illustrations look. Oh yeah. Awesome, and the Catwoman cup. Yeah, a lot of people love that Catwoman cup. Man, Catwoman and Spawn. Those are the two hot topics, boy. They love those two. Yeah, the Nightmare illustration is rough. That one came from a monster book I did, and I had somebody ask me, hey, I like what you did with the monsters, but can you do anything like more intense than this, or is this it? And I said, challenge accepted, and I made that book. And yeah, you can actually watch some of the older streams, and I did that live. I made that book on here. I think that was the last 2 months, like 2 months ago. If you look at the date, you can follow the trail of me creating that book, and it was a experience. It was fun. I always think of the philosophy of anything that I draw that unnerves me will probably be what somebody is really looking for. So I always go to the threshold of like, oh man, what did I just do? You know, that's usually where I go with that. This robot is becoming a pest. I'm not having fun with you, sir. So we're going to just do it the old-fashioned way and just bucket this man. I'll check it out. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. I have a lot of videos, so take your time with it. You know, you'll have fun with that if you want to dive into that and see. You know, it's definitely something that you could just watch in the background. I know a lot of viewers they tell me whenever I talk to them, like, yeah, I'll watch your show while I'm doing this or doing that. Perfectly fine with me. You know, that doesn't bother me at all. We gotta try to get in what we can while we have the time to, right? So that's how I look at it. But yeah, enjoy yourself, have fun. Oh man, I know I could knock this out probably like in an hour, but I just really don't feel like drinking a hot toddy with the whiskey and all that mess. I'm really not feeling like boozing up to get this off of me. But, oh, here we go. Half his face is that, and I'll put the other half of his face yellow. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Hey, I like that. Look at that, like Bob Ross used to say, happy little accidents. So, let me show you a little something here. Since we almost got this completely ready to do the whole layering process, I want to show you guys a brief little bit of the correct layering, right, in comparison to what I normally would do. And I've been working more on the correct layering because, you know, I have commission work I'm doing with people and, you know, other illustration work. So that's a more primary thing I do now. But if you're just trying to understand how to digitally do work, I can show you how to do that. So usually with the flat work, I would have it about here, right? This will be about, whoa, hey, there we go. Yeah, this thing likes to be finicky. If I don't have this pen directly on this screen, it goes haywire. But what I would used to do is I would take this flat color here and I would just lighten up the shade until we got whatever we needed. So see, this coat's probably about a 3 here in the palette. It's a little bit darker. So I would start roughly about here. And then I would take a brush and I would use the manga. Hey, Demetra, how you doing? I fell into a deep sleep and just woke up. Didn't know you were on. It's okay. Hey, everybody was trying to get rest and everybody's doing stuff. My chest is hurting a little bit, so I might just only do like 30 more minutes. I'm going to finish this picture and then I'm probably going to get out of here. So you made it in good time. I want to rest up for Sunday because you guys know I like to paint. I love doing digital work, but painting is just, it's a whole different experience. And you guys will learn that too. Like I said, when we start our journey into the fall season, you know, because I think fall is when I'm going to do more painting for you guys, and we're going to dive into that a little bit more because I want people to really experience what it feels like to just put paint on a canvas. How digital work is a completely different thing. You can change this whenever. Painting is when you put it on there, that's it, basically. Don't be intimidated by, oh, what can I do if I mess it up? There's never a mess up in a painting. You can always manipulate it to look like what you want it to. It just takes work and time. Ooh, I got that in a breath without wheezing. So, what I would do here, I'm just going to give instead of me doing multiple layers for this, what I would do is I would come in here, change the opaqueness down to a half step, right? Around about 60%. And now I'll put that first, right? And it looks like, oh, that looks like garbage, Mel. And then I would go darker and lighten it up. And I would just keep doing this process until I got the right type of shade that I needed. I would just blend it in until it actually looked shaded right. Make it a little bit darker, you know. And I give it that shadow. And I would just do that. And I would do this like 3 or 4 times. This is before I had knew that the video card needed to be a certain way, how much RAM you needed, all these things. This is before I had all of that. I just knew I had a computer and it said it could work on it, and that's where I went. So, but now, since we are almost finished with this, we're going to go on ahead and get this man back here situated. Let's go on and make his visor a little darker. I'm going to do this, make it a little bit darker. Right. There we go. The man with his big old beard. I got a scruffy brush to make it look like a beard. The same with like this guy's hair. Same with his hair. So. Get that a little bit darker. Oh no, Mel. You blinked out his nose. You blinked out your face. It's okay. It's okay if you do this in digital work. You can always go another layer up and darken it. But just remember, if you go a layer up to darken something, it's going to be dark on that layer. So if you change anything, it's going to change that too. I don't like that. This brush is silly. I usually have to do it brush wise because it gets finicky sometimes if I don't. That's a little dark. I know I got some sun on my trip, but I know I ain't that dark. Let me see what's going on in this color palette, Will. Let me see what's happening here. Hold on. Like, where is this color at? There. That's what I want. Can I just move that somewhere? No. That's more my complexion now since I got some sun, right? There we go. Gotta get that vitamin D in your body, guys. And don't be a pervert, not like that. Chill out. Not saying all of you guys are like that, but I know there's some people who watch like, you said D. And just chill. Calm down. Calm down now. Can I override one of these? Dadgummit, it won't let me do it. Alright. I don't have an edited palette. Can I add? Let me add the color. Beautiful. Alright, cool. I got my face now. I got my face. Let's get this guy all tightened up. Hey. Oh, this song. Here, I'm going to turn this up because I like this song. Have a fun stream, guys. Sleep ski. Thank you for being here. Have a good night. Thank you very much, Digital. This song, I love this song. I want to turn it up a little bit. And I can tell you what the name of the song is if anybody's interested. It's made by DJ Eel, E-E-L-Y. It's called Nothing Remains. When I first heard this song, it just like slightly unnerved me a little bit. And I was like, I like this. It's got that. Yeah. The outfits are on fire. Yeah. Thank you. We here at the Mad Institute, we don't... Well, yes, I guess it would be whatever. My head hurts. I can't do the whole spiel, but yes, the outfits are amazing. I want them to look amazing. I want the people that are working here to look amazing. We're gonna fix that man's mouth. He looks like some Hobo Jones back here. We're gonna fix that. We're just gonna, nope, that ain't gonna do it. Okay. Enough said. It said, what are you doing, Mel? And I said, I don't know. And it told me real quick, don't you do that. Right? Bless your heart. You're the most congested. I am. But hey, you know what? We had somebody come in here today. Let me scroll back in the chat. Obark Sinoji, yeah. Sinoji. I probably got the last part wrong, but Obark came in. I don't know if Obark's still here. But yes, they were inspired. They actually watched the video, and they were inspired by the video about the about how to draw. That's how they got brought here, and that made my day. I mean, you guys being here also made my day too. I don't want none of the mad ones to think that that's the only reason. No, but it was a touching moment, you know, to be actually doing something. You make a video and someone tells you, hey, I'm here because of your video. And it's like, I almost didn't make it because I didn't think nobody would care. You'd be surprised how, you know, still here, fantastic. I got this OBS message. It likes to, the whole like viewer counter, I don't know. Sometimes they'll say like I got 20 people and they'll say I have 0. So it's stupid and I don't even care about that. But I'm glad you're still here. But yeah, it's just I just wanted to mention that. It's nice, you know. And it's a good feeling. That's all, you know. Now we got to get these buzz pads for this man, you know. There we go. There it is. Whoa. Okay. So now we got all the baseline, you know, stuff for them. And then what I like to do is I like to do a texture panel for the next part, because the background and everything is real easy to do. So this is how we'll do the background. We're going to take the floor and we're going to leave it just like it is. And then I'm going to get the brush here. Well, let's get this man's face situated first. Let's get his beard. Let's see. Beard brushes. Because I wanted to do that. Yeah. There it is. Let me zoom in here and see if it's going to do this right. Oh. There we go. And see, here's a nice little trick that you can also do with the little beard brush and different brushes like that. You can also use that to give hair texture, right? That's what I like to do. And if you're wondering what software I'm using, I use Clip Studio. That's what I use. I've been using it since it was called Manga Debut. You know, Manga Debut, I think 4 was the one I got. That was the very first one I got. The first time I ever touched it was, I think, the 3rd version of it. You could do similar to what I'm doing here, but not that great, you know. There we go. And see, you just add a little bit on the outside, right? And then you darken up that opaqueness. And then you can just mimic fried out hair. There we are. Oh, let's see. One of those anime scenes where they introduce the villains. Oh no. These are not villains. These are good grief. It sucks because the medicine's working. So, no, they're not villains. So this is, well, that's a mustache on the floor, which is terrible. So, how this works is this is me right here, the madman. This is the man, which is the do I watch anime or read comics? Oh, yes, I watch anime. I am of the OVA generation. I came from the generation of 1970s and 80s and early 90s was when I was baptized into the anime, right? That was where I was exposed to that, where I didn't have series like most people watch, like Naruto and Bleach and other things like that. What we grew up with series-wise was OVAs, you know, straight to video. But yes, and I do read comics. I even write them, and I do illustration work for comics and graphic novels as well. I mean, this is just something fun I was doing here, but I can do more serious work. But this character here, the little black entity, which I'm making another version, he will look like this, but yes, it's an Enderman that I have right now with a bow tie on it. But this is the guy I call the Man, and the Man is just the inspiration of madness, the artistic madness. But yeah, this is what he looks like. I put a bow tie on the Enderman doll, so I piddle around with him. I'm breaking the fourth wall here, but kind of giving an explanation. And the rest of these people here are the other people that work in the facility. Like Mr. Smile, him and his team work on getting people who have like artistic hangups. Like, let's say, oh man, I can't get past this block, or I can't get through here. And he's like, well, let me bring you here into the smile room. And I know lobotomy sounds really bad, but it's kind of like a dark humor. I really lean more on the dark sense of humor than anything. It's not anything grim. I don't think like lobotomizing yourself is a good thing. Don't take that message. That's not what I'm saying. Don't do that. Okay? But it's just kind of the feel of this. This is like the Mad Institute of the artistically insane. So people who are having drawer's blocks or can't paint, and they lose their mind and they're running around outside screaming, I can't find my way, I'm losing, I'm not inspired. They come to us and we teach them how to be free and embrace art again. And the man back here, right here that you see, well, he's in charge of security. Because, you know, sometimes people who get a little mad get a little feisty. You know, they get a little feisty. So him and his team, they make sure everybody stays in order, right? And this man here, this is the robot that we have that does the shock therapy. Unfortunately, he's slightly malfunctioned, so you might set him at a 2, and he's like, no, this man needs to get right. And then he'll say amping up, and, you know, he might turn it all the way to 10 and give you a jolt. But, you know, that's the fun of that. And this right here is Steve. He is the first patient that we got right. He's back to being a normal functioning artist, but he said he doesn't want to leave, and he likes his hug coat. You know, that's what we call the straitjackets, hug coats. So you give yourself a nice hug, and we lock you into the hug, so that way you get self-love and you feel secure in yourself, right? Oh, you're from South Africa. Fantastic. Wow, that's amazing. So, guys, now we have a member from South Africa. We have some from England, Denmark, Romania. We are all over the world now. We are all over the world. This is amazing. This is great. Awesome. I'm happy that you found me. That's really cool. I've never been to South Africa. I've heard it's an interesting place. I've never been there before. I always wanted to see. Let's see. Note, I am Mad Mel's mother. I enjoy knowing his artwork, people. His artwork, people like. Oh, yep, she is. You know, it's nice to have support. Let's see. That is the most positive description of a straitjacket I've ever heard. Yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, a hug coat. You know, like, it makes you think differently than Grimace. Like, put that man in a straitjacket. It's like, this guy's having a bad time. Put him in a hug coat. And then you're just like, I can't, well, you know, because if you think about it, you put your arms around yourself, you kind of chill out. You know, and then if you're just like this, I mean, you can't really be mad. It's kind of hard to be mad with your arms like this. So, you know, yeah, it is kind of a weird way of thinking about that. But yeah, have fun with that. Let's see, got him straight there, got him there. His hair's all funky. I want it that way. I want his hair to be weird. Oh boy, what are we missing here? Anything before we move on? Because sometimes I miss things. Okay, I got to do badge. These two, and the bolts I'm going to leave alone. Oh, and the spikes. The spikes have to be silver because, and also just to keep in mind, the goggles is a real thing. I just don't have them on tonight. Oh, that's right. I moved them because the last time I was wearing them, I had some hair product. Because to get this hair like it is usually just, I haven't done anything. It's just naturally did this on its own, but to keep it from frying out and falling off of my scalp, I have to put oil in it, of course. And I got it all over my lenses because it got really hot in this room, like, you know, because this room's hot. But I got it all over my lenses, so I have to clean them. But yes, I actually have goggles that look like this. I don't wear my gas mask much because it's dusty, but I can show you. I usually wear this out. Like, a little backstory of me for those of you that are new here. This is kind of a play on the thing that I like to do in my personal life. It's I'm big into the goth industrial scene. Have been since I was like 18 years old, 17, 18. 18, I say 18 because that's when I was able to go to the clubs. But I was fascinated by it when I was like 14 years old. I was infatuated with the whole like industrial scene. So this is my gas mask. I don't want to put it on, but yeah, you guys can see it's got very large spikes, right? But the filters are real. I mean, that's not a non-real thing. I mean, I actually got the actual filters in here, and I mean, they're real. And the only thing I gotta do, if anything goes to hell in a handbasket per se, I gotta take these spikes out. Actually, I can leave the spikes in. This is the only thing I would have to change. I would just have to take this off because it's compromised for the inner filter. I just take this part off and put another one on here that doesn't have that, and it'll shut that off, and then I can use this in an actual environment. This is more for if I'm doing spray painting or if I'm doing stuff. I wear this usually in the fall. It's very hot. But if I'm doing like face-to-face sales, if I have like a booth or something, I'll usually have this on like that, you know. I knew better. Dust. It's under my desk. I have it on this hook. I do that to myself sometimes. It ain't no big deal. You know, sometimes you just forget. There we go. So we're going to just put the border around. Nope, that ain't it. That's not it. But yeah, that's so that's kind of the inspiration for everything. So, you know, I kind of built up off of that, and I wanted to be as close to my actual self to for what I'm doing than to not. You know, I wanted to be, you know, true to myself and show who I really am as a person. So that's kind of the reason why my art reflects what I am in real life. So, you know, I think it's fun. People have a good time. As long as everybody's having a good time, I don't mind. There we go, and there. Okay, so we got that. We'll do a dark purple wall, and then we can put some texture down. And yes, that's the and the funny thing about this picture, every time that you see like a Mad Mel picture, because I'm changing a lot of the logos and stuff because I like this. This is the final form of what the whole idea is. I even have this coat. This coat's a real coat. Like I don't have it on right now, but it is a real coat. That's a real coat that I wear during the show. And you know, it's not very heavy. It's just right now I don't feel too well to be wearing that. It'll probably throw me over the edge. But yeah, I am the madman, and I'm happy that you guys are mad ones. If you're watching, by the way, and you haven't subscribed and you like what's going on, definitely hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. We like to have fun here, and you know, we don't take ourselves too seriously. Everybody that comes to the Mad Mel Institute, you know, the conglomerate of the group. The medicine's kicking in, so it's really starting to make me feel a little bit better. I got like a brief moment of reprieve. We like to have fun here, and we like to inspire to just enjoy art for what it is. Freedom of expression. So if you like being here and you like having fun, you know, by all means, join up with us. And we got a little bit for everybody. Eastern time in the U.S., 8 p.m. Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays we paint. We do digital work Tuesdays and Thursdays. Actually, we don't even say we do digital work on those days. Whatever we feel like doing. I feel like doing this because I wanted to try to get this done for the end of the show. And yeah, we just do what we feel like doing in here because we like art. That's what I do. I just do what I want to because I like art, and there isn't a right or a wrong way to do it. That's my philosophy. There's not a right or wrong way to do it because, you know, someone had to do it before somebody became famous, right? And who was telling them that they were doing it wrong? So, about Obark, about South Africa, um, is it a nice place? I know there. I don't pay attention when I talk to people from different countries. I don't pay attention to the news because the news likes to propagate certain things. We're gonna leave it at that, so the overlords don't try to shut me down, right? But I'm just curious. Is it a nice place? Is it somewhere nice to actually visit, to take a trip? Because I want to try to travel. At least that's the idea before people go too nuts and try to do crazier stuff. But that's what I would like to do. But I'm just curious. I've never really had an opportunity to talk to someone who is from South Africa or Africa in general. Well, I've talked to people from Africa, but never like South Africa. There we go. All right. So layer number 1, number 2 is done. Layer 1 is done. We got that there, and now we can go to layer number 3. Layer number 3 is where we start doing the shading. Okay. So with that, we always darken this layer. This is where you start doing all this funky wild stuff over here. You got normal, darken, multiply, color bum, linear burn, subtract, lighten. You got all these different things. Each one of these do different stuff. We'll cover that one day in the future. I usually start with darken, and I usually just go a step above, get a pen, and then I also have a shadowing pen because I got a lot of different tools to use. So when I get to shading, I do soft shade, and then I go over that from there. So I will show you guys my shading technique. Now my shading is a lot different than what you see with other people. Other people do shading to focus light, right? That's how they do it. Like, oh, light coming down here or whatnot. I shade in a way to emphasize the characters to make them look more three-dimensional. So if you look at some of my art, sometimes it looks like it's stepping out of itself. That's because I've shaded in a way to make it more pronounced. That's just my style of shading. And it's not for everybody. It is not for everybody. Because I've had some people say, man, your shading is trash. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then they ask me later, they're like, how'd you get that 3D effect? I'm like, my shading did that. You see that right there with the arm? That's different than if I just did the normal, like, oh, light's hitting it here and I just, shade it over here, which I do that as well. But, I like to do that. I like to shade it where it really counts. Well, to me, where it's going to give definition, separation, because everything bleeds into each other. And it kind of gives that disassociated feeling of like, well, where is the lighting? Is there lighting? There has to be lighting because it's bright, but where exactly? So it's a mystery. It's like a little mystery there. And it makes people feel, it's an unnatural feeling to some. Not to everybody, but to some people when they look at it. They're like, I don't understand it. Why does it look like that? Why is this going on? It's good to play with. Art is the ability also to manipulate the human eye. And if you use it right, you can make anybody see whatever you want them to see. Sometimes in paintings, I hide things. I hide pictures because a lot of my art, when I do paint, is it's also black light. So I hide images in the black light paint that you can't see unless if you have a black light, either lamp or flashlight. And I know lamp means flashlight in different areas of the world. Let's see. Yes, it is a gorgeous country. Good spot. Good spots in the city like Camp Town, or you can visit nature parks. I'm going to. It's a great country, but of course, I'm biased. I understand. Like I'm in the United States, you know. Yes, we would love to come. I would really want to try going over there. That would be fun. Like, I'm here in the U.S., of course, and you know, there are places. Yeah, every place has got. You have to find beauty in where you live. I mean, if you just sat there and just say, "Oh man, everything sucks," I mean, you're not. Of course, you're not going to have a good time. But that's good though. That you gave your opinion on how it looks and what's nice there. Me being in the state of Tennessee, Tennessee's a beautiful state. Now, I mean, I could sit here and talk about all the politics of it and all that. Nah. I ain't going to do that because that'll run people away. Yes, it's a very nice state. I tell people to come and visit and check it out and look, I always make the joke, visit but don't live here, because of the fact that we just have a large growth of people, and that's a different situation. But to actually get that full 4 seasons, see it all, the change of the leaves in the fall, how green it is. Like where I live right now, it looks like almost like a forest because it's been raining so much, and it gets really, really heavily greened, and it's just an interesting look. But I know Africa, that's something I've always wanted to do, is visit Africa just to see what it's like, just to see that. Now, I know that you're probably going to laugh at this, because there's a band that's from South Africa that I listen to because a friend of mine got me involved with them. It's called Die Antwoord. I know you probably have heard them. I'm sure you have. But yeah, that was I didn't, I knew that they were from South Africa. I'm like, oh, okay. But that's cool. That's really awesome. Thank you for sharing. Greatly appreciate that. Very nice. Oh, man. Good grief. Whew. Guys, I think this is going to be it for tonight. I've reached a point where I'm just feeling like garbage. I'm feeling rough. I tell you what, though. We almost got it done. I got up to shading. We did a really good job. We almost got this completely finished. Oh, I did edit. I have the final cut of the ending theme. So I'm going to go on ahead and back out of here. We're going to save this first before I go, because I'm starting to feel my body get all wonky feeling, and I don't want to push myself too hard. Give me a second. Let me get my water. Hold on. We're going to switch over real quick. Let's take it back. Here we go. Cool. Let me get this. Oh. Water. The best stuff in the world. As I see why they say it's the nectar of life. It's good. Thank you all very much for being here. You guys are the best part of the show. And I thank you all for being here and sticking with me. I know I looked better and I felt better many times. But I thank you guys so very much. I will be here hopefully Sunday. If I don't feel good enough, I will post something in the community for the YouTube community chat. I will post something there if I'm not feeling too hot, if this doesn't break. But I think it should, because I don't look as bad, and I'm just full of pressure right now. And I just need to lay down. So I think I'm going to chill. I think I want to go and chill. But I edited this today, earlier. This is going to be the officially done in the stream song. So I got this now. All right. And it's very, very fitting for the theme of this place. All right. So, with no further ado, I'm going to turn it up. Love you guys very much. Thank you for being here. And as always, stay mad. All right. Be good at what you do. Keep drawing. Keep art in your life. And above all, if nobody else believes in you, I do. Okay? Just remember that. I believe that you can be a great artist just like I am. Anyways, guys, here's the end theme. I will see you guys soon. Let's take a look at DB, man. Go check out the store. Buy a cup if you don't mind. That's also how I buy medicine. So anyways, let's get out of here. See you soon. Bye.